At that time, endless intention Bodhisattva inquired in verse, saying to Shakyamuni Buddha, "Honored of the world honored one of wondrous marks, there are like 37 marks that a Buddha has. The way their lips look, the way their ears look, the way their face look, and all of these are result of their karma, their previous actions. People say if you want to have good sounding voice, you need to say good things so you can sing well. You need to buy frogs and say frogs so you can be as loud as the frogs." You may or may not believe these cause and effect correlations and connections. About him now I ask again, what reasons is this son of Buddha named observer of the world sounds, the honored one of wondrous marks, so the Buddha of great features, good looking eyes, good looking eyelashes as long as the eyelashes of a cow, and eyes are big and beautiful, replied in verse to endless intention, "Now hear the conduct of observer of sounds. In skillful response he goes forth to all regions. His vastness in vows is as deep as the ocean. It goes on through kalpas past thought and description, meaning unimaginably long periods of time. He served many thousands of kotis of Buddhas. Kotis is a number, measuring system from ancient India, and has brought forth great vows which in nature are pure. In brief, I will now tell you these things for your sake. The hearer of the name and the seer of the person, and the better in mind have not done so. The bearer and the bearer in mind have not done so in vain. If you hear the name of the Bodhisattva, if you see the Bodhisattva and you keep in mind of the Bodhisattva's name, observer of the world sounds Bodhisattva's name, you didn't do so in vain, because they are able to demolish all sufferings of existence. This is a big promise. Just by focusing on the name of the observer of the world sound Bodhisattva, you would destroy all sufferings of existence. Wow! If someone who is acting with harmful intentions then pushes you down a pit of great fire, then be mindful of the power of the observer of the world sounds Bodhisattva, so the fire will be distinguished and become a pond of water. If one is churning and flowing upon the great ocean in a tsunami, for example, where one is troubled by dragons and fishes and ghosts, then be mindful of the power of the observer of the world sounds. Then the waves will actually stop and cannot cause you to sink. If you are high on the ridges of Sumeru mountain, is a Buddhist mountain that's supposed to be the center of the Buddhist universe. The Dalai Lama had just said that that is not a true location. I saw that on a video from YouTube just a few months ago. And the person is pushed off by someone from this mountain and made to fall. Then be mindful of the power of observer of sounds, so that just like the sun and in the sky, that you will stand. You will not fall off the mountain. You will find a place to stand. Wow, how about that? If one is chased forth by someone by nature who is evil, and thus you fall off the mountain of Vajra, which means diamond, be mindful of the power of observer of sounds, and you won't even be able to injure one hair, even though you are falling off a mountain. How about that? If one meets with encirclement by hostile invaders, thieves and bandits, and each holding a knife and threatening to harm you, and if you are mindful of the power of observer of sounds, then they will have compassionate thoughts towards you and treat you well. If one meets with sufferings from troubles with sovereigns, kings and mayors and prime ministers, so that drawing close to punishment, and then you will be executed, your life will end soon. If you are mindful of the power of observer of sounds, then all the knives will shatter and break into pieces. Wow, it's incredible. Reminds me of Saint Paul, who, what did he do? He was imprisoned with Timothy, I think, and they sang songs of praise to the Lord, in that case Jesus Christ, and the earthquake came and destroyed the prison, and they were able to walk out along with the other prisoners. Similar concept. If one is hauled off to prison wearing chains and canes, handcuffs, while the hands are in manacles and feet are in fetters, then be mindful of the power of that of observer of world sounds bodhisattva, and as if the handcuffs would fall away and they will gain freedom from them. Hit by mantras and curses and poisonous potions from someone intending to hurt your body, be mindful of the power of observer of sounds. They will turn back and cling to the person they came from. So this is an interesting benefit of the observer of the world sound bodhisattva sutra, or to just keep his name in mind, or to recite his name in your mouth or in your heart. Witchcraft and evil curses cannot get to you. They actually rebound to the person that sent it to you. So this is a protection against witchcraft. I don't believe we wish anybody harm, but this is how this particular protection works. It goes back to the person who sent it. Perhaps you encounter a poisonous raksa or other toxic dragons and ghosts and others. If you are mindful of the power of the observer of sounds, then nobody would bring any harm to you, these spirits. If malevolent, vicious creatures come forth and surround you and bare their sharp teeth and sharp claws, which are frightful, then be mindful of the power of observer of sounds, then they will quickly run off to unbounded regions. If meeting with serpents and vipers and scorpions, whose poison from breath spews like smoke and like fire, then be mindful of the power of the observer of sounds, so that following the voice, they will return to where they came from. So we'll stop at this point and continue next time.